All right, guys, I'm going to go through these examples a little bit more quickly. We are going to set up the problem 76 divided by 2. So maybe I have 76 apples, want to split them between 2 baskets, and I want to figure out how many apples are going to be in each basket. So I'm going to put multiplication man here to help me, and I know that this is going to be a multiplication problem, not a multiplication fact, because even if I use the number 9, 2 times 9 is nowhere near 76. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my problem. I'm going to separate my place value parking lot, so I can separate my ones place and my tens place. Above each digit in my dividend, I need a box up here. So digit box, and that provides me a box for my ones place and a box for my tens place of my answer. So I know my answer is going to be a 2-digit number because my dividend is a 2-digit number. So digit box, remainder box. So I am going to have a remainder as part of my answer also. So because I have 2 place values, 2 boxes, I'm going to be going through archery 2 times. So here we go. First time my target is 7, not a very big target. 2 times what gets me as close to 7 without going over? I can always start with 5. It's a nice middle number there, a nice middle digit. And 2 times 5 is 10. That's already too high. 4 would be 8. 3 times 2 is 6. I think that's the best I'm going to get. So 3 times 2, my target was 7, but 3 times 2 lands at 6. How far away from my target am I? I am 1 away, and I know that because 1 plus 6 is 7. Now I can't just ignore that leftover 1. I'm going to take that 1 and I'm going to break it down into ones. It was worth 110. I'm going to break it down into ones and combine it with the 6 ones that I already have. Now I have a total of 16 ones. My target is 16. So 2 times what gets me as close to 16 without going over? We said 2 times 5 is 10. I think I can go higher than that. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 8, that hits 16 exactly. So when I use that 8 bow or 8 arrow, 8 times 2 lands exactly at 16. My target was 16. I landed at 16. I'm 0 away. I'm going to take that leftover and it becomes my remainder. So my final answer is everything up here. It is 38 with a remainder of 0. So if I'm going to go ahead and check my answer, I'm going to check using multiplication man. I'm going to take 38, which is my quotient part here, and I am going to multiply 38 by my divisor, which is 2. Because essentially that multiplication man means of. So I can make 38 groups of 2. And that uses up, let's see, 2 times 8 is 16, carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And then, of course, I need to add on my remainder. Since my remainder is 0, when I add 76 plus 0, I end up at 76, which, if you notice, was my original number that I started with. I started with 76 as my target. So we can say we are correct, but first, I forgot, we need to double check, is our remainder less than our divisor? Is 0 less than 2? The answer is yes, so we're good to go. Let's go ahead and try this one. So I have 82, and I am going to divide 82 by 4. I'm going to put multiplication man here. I'm going to go ahead and set my problem up. I'm going to make my place value parking lot here, and above every digit I have a box, so digit box, and of course I need a place remainder box. So since I have 2 digits in my dividend, I'm going to have an answer with 2 digits and a remainder. So this, of course, is the ones part of my answer, and this is the tens part of my answer. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a different color real quick. How about green? Here's my first target. My target's 8. 4 times what gets me closest to 8 without going over? 4 times 2 is the best, because 4 times 3 is 12. That's already too high. 4 times 2, when I pull back that arrow, 2 times 4 lands at 8. My target was 8. I landed at 8. I'm 0 away. Got my smiley face. Now, even though there's nothing left over, we are still going to carry that 0 here. And we're going to carry it even though it means nothing, because that's the good habit that we want to get in. So my new target is going to be 2. So I need to think to myself, 4 times what gets me closest to 2 without going over? Well, 4 times 1 is already too high. 4 times 1 is 4, which is already past my target. The only arrow that I can use that's less than 1 is 0. Unfortunately, 0 is the best arrow I can do. 0 times 4 lands at 0. My target was 2. I landed at 0. How far away am I from my target? I'm 2 away. I know that because starting at 0, counting up to 2, starting at 0, 1, 2. And 2 plus 0 is 2. I'm going to take that leftover amount and it's going to come up. The only place to put it is my remainder. So now if I'm going to go ahead and check my answer, that's kind of what we're focusing on here. First things first, is my remainder smaller than my divisor? 2 is less than 4. So far, we're good there. The other thing we're going to do is use multiplication man to help us out. We are going to take our quotient here, 20, and we are going to multiply it by 4 because we can really make 20 groups of 4 with our 82 that we started with. Our goal is to get back to that number 82, to get back to our original starting number. Well, 4 times 0 is 0, and 4 times 2 is 8. When I use multiplication man and multiply to check the answer, I don't end up at 82. I only end up at 80. And the reason is I can't forget about those leftover 2. I need to add those on. 80 plus 2 more is 82. And that gets me right back to my starting target number. So I am good to go. Those are my 2 examples, a little bit quicker. Hopefully that helped.